Hello, everybody, and welcome back to True North Network. It's not three of your favorite white dudes. Well, it could be. We could be having four favorite white guys. It's me, Brandon, as always. I am the one consistent face on the podcast. It's fine. Next to me there is Colton. I've been in more episodes than you did, so don't even try.
Fucking, you started this thing. Of course you have.
And then down below me, well, for you guys anyways, down below me is my buddy Andy. He's been on a podcast before. We talked about the pew pews. He seemed to enjoy it, so I offered to have him on again, and maybe he'll be more of a regular face. When Brody's not free, he's currently playing some sort of game he's got like 6 in his rotation. I can't keep up anymore.
I think it's Overwatch tonight.
Yeah, probably. So yeah, episode 146. 145 hasn't even been edited yet because I am a lazy son of a bitch.
Wait.
Sure.
What?
He's playing World of Warcraft right now.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
Man's just playing WoW. Yeah, last episode we celebrated that big fucking video. Thanks again to everyone who supported us through that. Colton got really pixelated for a second. I was worried. I think everything's okay. So, to touch on something I mentioned last week, because there's already been a change in the story. Last week, it was revealed that Ivan Moody from Five Finger Death Punch would be taking a step back from music and was basically retiring. I think he's done with the busy shows and the airports and the bus rides and long time on the road. So he's like, yeah, I'm going to spend some time with my family, one more album. We're going to put out one more album and then I'm done. And then 2 days ago, he's like, yeah, just kidding. He's like, yeah, I'm still doing music.
He probably spent a week with his family and was like, yeah. Nah,
never mind. And he's like, I can't do this.
I had to listen to his wife too many times.
He's like, I'm going back.
Foot rub. Ivan, can you do this? Ivan, the door squeaking. He's like, no.
I'm going back. I'm going back on tour.
Like, oh, would you look at that? The boys want to do another tour.
I
don't know how to say no.
No, I can't say no. They're my boys.
So, yeah, he's apparently not quitting. I don't know, I get it, because he said he was going through a big depressive spurt, and, a lot of people who are depressed, sometimes just go to one extreme or the other, so it's like, nah, I'm fucking done, to, am I done? So, I mean, I get it, but, there's musicians that fucking still tour, and they're in their 80s, and I'm like, bruh, go to the retirement home.
Hey,
yeah,
Leonard Cohen was a prime example of that. Granted, he'd still put on a damn good show even fucking the year before he died, so...
People are trashing Ozzy recently, too.
Why?
Because
his new album was really good.
Well, he moved back to the UK because that's where he's from, and now for Ozzy Fest, that's been happening for a while. He's doing it virtually, and everyone's like, "Oh, cancel Ozzy! He's a fucking pro mask." I don't know if they said that, but I'm gonna assume they said that. And they're like, "This is ridiculous. He hasn't been able to perform in years, and now he's doing it virtually. We're getting robbed." And I'm like, "You don't have to buy the tickets." If you don't,
no one's fucking forcing you to buy the tickets, muffin.
But also, he's really old, so
he's still got really good stage presence.
Yeah, and it's safer for him to do it somewhere where he's comfortable, because I said, he's old. You fucking.
How old is
he?
You
brush up. He's got to be in his 80s. I want to
say. I don't think he's that old.
Google.
How old is
at least in his 70s?
Ozzy?
I don't think he's in his 80s. I think he looks like it.
73.
Yeah.
He's done so many drugs that he looks like he's in his 80s at the very least.
Willie Nelson looks like older than dust.
Willie Nelson.
Look, to be fair, Willie Nelson hasn't aged in years because he did all of his aging when he was 40.
He's the same crusty old bastard, and I love it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just wanted to touch on that so people aren't like, cancel this guy. He said something wrong, especially in the metal community, because holy fuck, the gatekeepers. I literally have a debate with a gatekeeper every single day because one of the metal pages I follow, they're like, oh, this girl doesn't know this song. She doesn't know this song. She's a fake fan. You only know 2 songs from this band. And I'm like,
oh, I hate people like that.
You know what's really bad is I found that out like a long time ago because Jared Dines, he's pretty popular. He's on Facebook and YouTube and stuff. He's got his own band.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like he was one of the first people to start like really big gatekeeping in metal because he came out with a video years ago that he went up to people who are wearing band shirts and he's like, name 10 songs. And if you can't name 10 songs, he will bully you. And it's like,
I remember that.
Yeah. So I feel like, he's part of the problem, but
He's kind of a prick.
Careful, the Dines fans might come after you. The gatekeepers might come after you. Yeah, you say that now. It's a good thing you don't have an online presence, because you say one wrong thing now and you get canceled, your fucking career's over. Unless you're big enough to fucking survive.
Welcome to 2022, folks. Almost 2023.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Let's talk about that. I have on the topic of like being canceled and stuff, I've also seen a weird time because like I'm on TikTok quite a bit, so I see quite a few videos in a day. But high school has completely changed from what we knew.
What do you mean?
I say that in the sense that everyone's a fucking content creator now because how easy it is to start up on like YouTube or Instagram or TikTok mainly. TikTok's the one that started it with all these short format videos.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's like every teenager with a fucking cell phone is an influencer, and there's like whole interview segments in these schools, and there's like all these interactions with people that it's basically like recording your entire high school experience. It's fucking weird.
If we did that when we went to high school, we'd get bullied for that shit.
Yeah, but I wouldn't mind growing up in that now because I like making content. I think that would be like these people are gonna have legitimate careers when they're like out of high school and actually can make full form content because they've had the practice for it.
Yep, that's fair. I just feel like I'd run out of shit to fucking film in my high school days,
and everyone would get canceled.
Yeah.
Brittany stole my boyfriend last week. Cancel her, guy. She's a white supremacist. Probably would have been.
Wow, that got extreme quick.
Yeah, well, that's the youth of today, I'm afraid.
I was about to insert a sponsor, but we're not sponsored there.
Sponsored by no one.
No one, because no one loves us.
Although I will say that the newest sponsorship from Gamer Sups is premium. It's literally titty milk, and it looks like.
Oh, is it the titty cups?
It looks like coom. It's like milky white. Yeah.
Oh.
In the titty cups, mind you.
Oh, that's nasty.
I love their brand because they're not afraid of fucking anything.
No.
Anyways, one thing I saw today that Andrew's probably been following pretty closely is they're now regretting the ban of handguns or the
ban of sale and trade on handguns. So ownership and taking out shooting is fine. You just can't transfer or purchase new handguns.
That's stupid.
I saw an article today. I saw it was someone from the RCMP. They basically said they regret the unforeseen consequences of doing this ban. Because now they're talking, and this is funny because you've even told me this at work. They're now fearing what illegal gun deals are going to be like and how volatile that's going to become because that's the only place people can get them.
Well, okay, so here's the thing that they're going to realize. They're going to blame it and say that legal gun owners are the ones doing it. The issue is that they're going to have to prove that gun violence has gone down by preventing the sale or transfer handguns.
Even though it's gonna go up now because, let's face it, you can't fucking get them now. So now they're gonna turn to those illegal arms dealing, like Brandon was saying.
I don't remember the exact numbers. If anyone watching really cares, go look it up. It's on Statistic Canada. I'm gonna pull the numbers as closely as possible out of my ass as I remember. It's something like roughly 11 in the last 10 years. 11 of the shootings that have been done with legal handguns.
Yeah.
Everything else has all been illegal handguns, and a very large percentage of it is all gang related. So
that's what you were telling me when we hung out. It was mainly gang related.
Yeah. And even the RCMP know that. The RCMP know that the firearm violence is gangs. They mention all the time that in Toronto, gangs are the issue.
Yeah. Well, and I feel like people don't think we have gangs in Canada. I feel like that's a common misconception that we're peaceful and we don't have gangs and stuff like that.
Oh no, we got gangs.
I was in Regina when I was younger once, and I probably would have been shot if my cousin didn't say something, because we were traveling, we're just walking, right? We're just having this walk, and I had an all red hoodie on, and apparently that was like a sign that you're one of the gangs. Say wear all red, and they're like, you need to ditch that hoodie somewhere, and we'll come back for it later. But like that's a gang. Like a gang might mistake you for a member, and they could shoot you. And I'm like, sick.
All right then.
But and like we have Hell's Angels here too, or we have had in past, and there's the fucking chapter in the city, or I think outside of the city.
They're still active here.
Yeah, they're still active here. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're notorious for being one of the biggest gangs. I mean, down the West Coast and everything.
Yeah. They don't cause much violence necessarily. That honestly, they're probably one of the better gangs to have around.
Yeah.
You kind of just leave them alone.
Yeah. If you provide them with respect, they'll provide you with respect.
Yeah.
If you disrespect them, they will fucking...
Yeah. Like they've actually got...
They will disappear.
They've got like a structured society within themselves type thing. They're not just fucking cold-blooded killers who want to go fucking just wreak
some of them
havoc.
are, but there's actually an interview John Bernthal did with former Hells Angels, and
I've seen that.
It's fucking wild.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, the whole respect thing is like their entire. That's what their society like is built on. One of the only positive interactions I had with a former Rona employee when I was there. His name is Dog. Okay, his name's not actually Dog. It's Dwayne, but everyone calls him Dog, which is hilarious because he's the shortest, most stout man, but he's just so furious. So he's like an angry chihuahua. And so anyways, he is. I didn't tell him to his face, but he is like, if I were to compare him to a dog, he'd be an angry chihuahua. Dog, if you hear this, come fight me. Yeah. Anyways, he thinks he's the hardest motherfucker around. So this is a call out post. Meet me behind the Wendy's on. But meet me at Wendy's by the mall parking lot tomorrow night. Anyways, he used to bartend for one of our bars in the city, and Hells Angels used to just roll through sometimes and, cause havoc a little bit, as rowdy fucking bikers do. But they were completely chill with him and made sure he was okay if something happened at the bar. So it is true. It is built on respect. So yeah, we do have gangs here.
And so the gangs are more traditional gangs, but they're actually like, so it depends on where you are on what the gangs are like, I guess. Calgary, one of their largest issues is with Vietnamese gangs. They have quite a few. You are safer being in one of the enemy gangs than being around someone in the enemy gang. there's a plethora of incidents where they've tried to stab a rival gang member, leaving a mall, stabbed a bystander, like a white person, stabbed a white person.
Like the most ineffective game.
Not even a Vietnamese person, a fucking white person.
There's a drive-by you told me about.
Yeah, then they did a drive-by and they shot up the neighbor's house. Not his house, not the guy they were going after, the neighbor's house.
Really bad at this.
Yeah.
It's literally the worst.
But yeah, those around in Alberta, Calgary's probably got the biggest issue with it. Toronto and Canada is probably going to overall be the biggest issue with gang violence. I don't know much about their gangs, but I can guarantee every single handgun that they own, every single gun that they own is being brought into this country illegally.
Oh yeah, I don't doubt that.
And the fact of the matter is, and we mentioned it before, is once you make something like illegal, you lose all control over how it's like monitored and how it's dealt with. You know, you ban handguns. Well, handgun sales are going to go through the roof until the ban is in effect, and then you're just going to have illegal weapons. You know, like
and then the government of Canada has the fucking gall to be like, we didn't foresee that happening. We sold Canada out of handguns in one day. Wow. Whoops. Yeah. My bad.
Trudeau's secretly a fucking like avid gun user, and he's like, yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be the ultimate twist. He just comes out as super conservative.
Anarchy.
Oh, that's a good reason. The thumbnail is Trudeau with a rifle. That'll go super well.
Please do it.
I kind of want to see that.
Okay.
I want to see that now.
That's gonna be a thumbnail. Just you wait. All right. Anything else to say about that, or I've got a few links I was gonna bring up.
Do it. Go for it.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know. So the RCMP regretting it. What I really have to say is the RCMP regretting it is one thing. Trudeau regretting it is he's not going to regret it. He's going to still think he's doing fucking. Yeah. I would say God's work, but maybe he thinks he's doing Allah's work.
Did you literally see how proud he looked in that fucking press conference? He just looked like he's like, I totally just did an amazing thing. It's like, no, you're a fucking goof. I actually commented on that. What a goofball.
Careful, goof means pedophile over there, just so you know.
That's fine, I don't care.
He might be one of those too, actually. So
he probably is.
Here's the other thing. He's so proud of what he did, but he didn't even vote for it. They banned it through OIC again, did they not?
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't even do anything. That was just like
didn't lift a finger either way.
Yeah.
Nope.
Anyways, moving on. I have this article that was published apparently like June last year, but it's becoming a bigger story now. Which we all know lithium mines are fucking terrible, and we were told they were so good, like electric's so good, right? And then it came out, hey, lithium mines are like super bad. Yeah, maybe don't do that. Well, apparently, a group of Asians, of course, because they are smarter than your average bear, a group of Asians decided to do some studies, and they found out they can actually get more lithium from like the water than they can the ground, and it's like way more effective. So I have some stats here. If I fucking can find them. So they say the challenge is like land lithium mines use up to 500,000 gallons of water per ton of lithium extracted.
Holy shit!
Which I don't know what the percentage breakdown is for oil, like the oil and gas industry, but I'm fairly sure it's not that bad. And then they say seawater contains about 5,000 times the amount of lithium found on land. but only in low concentrations. So you'd obviously have to do more work to get the same output as you would now. And then they basically go into explaining how they figured it out. I'm going to read this. I have no idea what it means. Fair warning. It says they created an electrochemical cell containing a ceramic membrane made from, this is a chemical, lithium lanthanum titanium dioxide, or oxide, sorry. And basically it's like a mesh that you collect the lithium through, and it filters out just the lithium, so they actually have a way of collecting it in, large quantities, basically.
Yeah.
They say it can't replace lithium mining yet just because lithium mining is faster, but this could be a way forward. I thought it was a cool article that really wasn't talked about a whole lot, or I didn't catch it.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
But if electric, like collecting lithium for electric is can be done in a better way, I feel like this is a better way of transferring to electric power as well. What do you think?
I still think that hydrogen is going to be the way to go.
Yeah.
The concern that I have is, so when they collect the lithium, are they changing the pH of the water? Are they is it going to have other adverse effects when they put it back?
Yeah.
And how much of the water is actually usable afterwards?
That's a fair question.
Because that's one of our big concerns is, oh well, if we put garbage in the water, it's not necessarily the garbage that's bad. It changes the pH level of the water, which then kills everything.
Yeah.
So if we're filtering a substance out of the water that naturally is in it, then are we still going to kill everything?
Yeah.
But yeah, so hydrogen and nuclear for the win.
Yeah.
I think we need a small nuclear reactor in every car.
Can't foresee that ever going badly. Oh fuck!
Could you
Might go
imagine
bad
getting in
in
a
certain
car wreck?
countries, but
well, there was a 3-car pileup, and there goes Chicago. Mini fucking nuclear That's how we're gonna fucking end the world. Swear to God.
Look,
Yeah,
everything's gonna be freaking self-driving cars anyways, so there never will be any accidents.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. They'll probably scan the people, and if you're Asian, well, China's gone, Japan's gone. They got to keep the statistics accurate, okay? That's what I'm saying. All I'm thinking about is that fucking 100-lane fucking highway that merges to like 8 lanes, and I'm like, yeah, you're done.
Yeah.
But no, my stepdad works at the power plant in our city here, and even he's like, nuclear's the way forward, and he doesn't understand why it's not being done.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody does. Well, people do, but
it's because our government would rather talk about doing it than actually doing it. They're like, oh, we're gonna put this stuff in to do a study on it. So now we have 3 provinces doing a study on possibly thinking about maybe doing it someday. Meanwhile, it's being used all over Europe. They've done the studies. We can use their stuff is publicly accessible. We can go on any of the government websites in fucking Europe, grab the statistics off of it, and go, oh, this would be perfect. Let's do that.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, this will work. Nope.
Fucking
that's not.
I feel like we're so far behind Europe now. Like in some respects. Some respects they're fucking miles behind too. I mean, look at the UK. Yes, government.
Monarchy.
This just hit the news today, I think. When was this article written? Yes. It's actually released. Oh wow, I didn't realize how recent this was. This was like half an hour ago. Musk has finally completed the deal on Twitter. It has taken him far too long, and this whole situation has been a disaster. Recap for you. Musk tried to buy Twitter for $44 billion, which I can't even fucking imagine that much money.
I can't fathom that.
And then he backed out because of the bots crisis on fucking Twitter, and it's getting bad everywhere, but Twitter is really bad. I think they said they had like 5% bots or something initially. And I've got screenshot. I've got receipts. All right, I've got receipts that it's definitely higher than that. I'm a relatively small account. I only have 100 followers. Go follow me, Canadian Walker. But I only have 100 followers, and I get like 1 or 2 a day, every day, and it's just like piles up after a while if you don't fucking maintain it. So I can't imagine these big pages with like millions of subs or millions of followers, and then they're getting followed by bots. So that's why he's trying to back out of it. Eventually, he kept delaying it to give him more time to try and build a defense, which he never really had a defense to begin with. They were just trying to push it down the road, basically. And then so he had until Friday. It says until Friday, so I'm guessing tomorrow. As of this recording, he had until tomorrow to complete the deal. The CEO and the financial chief have just left, and they said they're not coming into work. Basically, they're like, "Yeah, bye."
So,
all right then.
How many? I'm sorry. How many square feet is your apartment, Brandon?
I don't know.
That's
This is
a very
important.
odd question.
I need to know. How many square feet is it?
Okay, hold on.
I must know. You would need 25 of your apartments just to store $44 billion in $1 bills.
Oh,
US $1 bills.
Can you imagine if
or one of your apartments will if we round things, one of your apartments will barely hold if it was $20 bills. Like you would fill your apartment.
Okay, so when is this happening? Just so I know when.
Yeah,
I bet you gotta. Yeah, you better email Elon there and figure out where when he's gonna send the money over for storage.
Man, I got you. I got you. Don't worry. I'll pay the rent still, but like, come on, man.
Yeah.
You could just buy them at that point.
Yeah. Take it off the top, chief. But yeah, so fucking I guess he's got Twitter now because they left. He's got no choice now.
All right then.
But this whole deal's been a fucking disaster. Like, sign the contract, everything's fine, and then he's like, this ain't what I signed up for, and then he tries to back out, and I'm like, you signed the contract. You've got no
man of your word.
He kind of had a merit when he was talking about the bots. I think the bot situation on Twitter is fucking outrageous. It should not.
But he didn't really have anything to back it with that. He just kind of was hoping, saying, "Hey,
So in a countersuit, if he were to try and sue them for, basically not putting all of the details in a contract and not negotiating in good faith, he could sue them, and then during discovery, when they hand over their documents, it could prove that Twitter's got more bots, and they knew that and didn't tell him. So he did have some merit, but I mean,
didn't really act
they were
on
both
it.
in a really shitty situation. Either they both blew up, or they both, walked away with something. So hopefully he fixes it, because goddamn, I get fucking. Apparently, every woman in the goddamn world is top 0.03% on OnlyFans, because that's what they all have in their bio. But I'm I'm getting fucking sick of it. Is basically what I'm saying.
Now, to be fair, he's co-creator of PayPal, so he should, in theory, be able to, at the very least, assemble a proper team that can get rid of the bots.
Yeah.
And if he does a good job of that, then maybe Google should also consider hiring that team because they also have a massive issue on YouTube with bots.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Instagram and Facebook.
Oh, there was one on YouTube, and it's this like urban explorer I follow on YouTube and stuff. And someone got a message from him. It was a bot account, and they're like, "Oh, I've got like $10 billion. I'll buy you a Tesla." And they screenshot it and they sent it to the actual creator, and they're like, "So you're a billionaire, are you?" Yeah, but it's bad. I'm so sick of it, and like it inflates views on videos, and then like that's what I was worried about with ours. Is somehow we got fucking clipped, and now we've got bot views. When that one video blew up, but
luckily we didn't.
But like that causes massive inflation, and it's more damaging to the channel than anything, because then it's throwing everything off, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, and when your next video doesn't do as good, YouTube's not going to push it at all.
Yeah.
'Cause they want to see consistent numbers, right? So
as evident by the 6,000 views we got on a tortilla video, and then like 12 from the next podcast.
Yeah.
Feels bad, man. But yeah, I mean that's all I have. I don't know if you guys want to bring anything up, Colton. I know you had a few things you want to bring up.
Okay. Black Veil Brides released their new EP last Friday. Fucking amazing. Highly recommend Savior 2 and The Revival. Two very good songs. They also have Better Angels on there and Devil. Good songs, but not in my top. The other two are. Just
Shit,
recently. No, they're not shit. Just recently, I saw today the new Deadpool 3 poster released, and we've got Hugh Jackman. We've got Deadpool on a Vespa, and then there's a female Deadpool, which is pretty cool because
maybe
I was
he'll
waiting
fuck
to see.
himself. Fucking fuck my fucking water was fucking everything.
Oh god, it's the nuts.
Oh, no.
The nuts.
Damn it.
Fuck. Yeah, that was that. I don't know. Brandon and I were talking when this was starting just about some of the bands still on tour, like Shinedown. It's on their Europe tour right now. And Trinity of Terror is still on tour for the third time.
Yeah.
But now they have Atreyu opening, if I remember correctly. And yesterday was Bring Me the Horizon, just for one day.
As far as I know, it's very hard to find info on that tour. But I mean, it's not like I can go. It's in Mexico.
Yeah.
Well, the thing that,
right there.
I mean,
what I would bring up on the whole like concert topic is that I really wish we would see more, like we'd get more concerts here.
Oh yeah, you're preaching to the choir here, man. I mentioned this every
I totally, I totally understand why we don't. Canada has what 35 million people or something stupid like that. It takes fucking 3 days to travel across the country just to serve a couple of million people, where they can hit the same amount of people while being in one state. Like
yeah.
So,
do you know how odd it was to have like Ice Nine Kills, Motionless in White, and Black Veil Brides in Calgary?
Yeah.
That was insane, and I'm so glad that I actually got to experience that, because I don't think I'll ever get to experience that again in Calgary.
That's why I jump on tickets, because it's ridiculous that nothing comes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And so like Paramore is gonna be in Toronto, in November.
Oh, wow.
Just actually next week. But that's all they're doing in Canada. They're popping up from the States, going to Toronto, then going back to the States.
Yeah.
And then they're flying from the States and they're going to the UK and I think Scotland or some shit. And so like Canada, I guess. Like,
well, Brandon makes fun of me because I love country music, but same thing. Luke Combs, he announced his world tour. He's coming to Edmonton and BC. That's it for Canada. I got Edmonton tickets. I bought them pre-sale, but like
$100.
How much?
How much?
Did you say 600 or is it 400?
400. Just over 4.
Right.
Wow.
That's with insurance and taxes and everything on it. Considering one ticket now, Brandon, is about that price.
You could have gotten another tattoo.
Damn.
I could have, but I didn't.
I would love to see him, but it's it's in fucking Edmonton, right? And I don't really know too many other people who are gonna go to see fucking Luke Combs with me. So,
I mean, if you get a ticket, you can come with us. I got a place you can stay. Like
you said, one ticket's the price of fucking like 3 now. Why would he get
depending on where he wants to sit?
Anywhere's probably expensive now.
I don't know, but it's Luke
I'll
Combs.
sit outside.
We get Luke Combs and Cody Johnson and a female. I can't remember her name right now. But yeah, we get Cody Johnson as well. No, I'm impressed. That's not country. No.
Some female, Mariah Carey.
No.
Damn it.
Billy Ray Cyrus. No.
The only concert I've gone that far for wow, I can't talk. The only concert I've gone that far for is Metallica, and that was definitely worth it.
Where was that?
Edmonton.
Yeah. Edmonton's not that far, actually. Like,
I mean, if you're going for the weekend, it's kind of far, but if you're there for a little while, then it's not too bad. But
I mean, versus going to Toronto or Ontario.
Toronto is in Ontario. Good job there, bud.
I know. I'm fucking stupid. It's fine. It's fine. I do this every time.
Ashley once went to Vancouver for a concert, and they didn't even stay. They literally drove up. So that's what, a 10, 13-hour drive, something like that, right? Drove straight to Vancouver, saw the concert, drove straight back.
That's like, so if the concert's like 2 or 3 hours, that's like 22 to 23 hours straight.
Oh, that'd be hell.
So like, here's the thing though, is so her mom wanted to go to that concert. So they went, obviously, right? Then she goes and sees them the next week in fucking Calgary. Not without bringing the kids with. That was just her mom that went.
Wow.
So they did all that for nothing, basically.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, I like road trips, but I need breaks. There's no way I could do that.
Well, even when we went to Trinity, you and I ended up just staying. Like we couldn't do another fucking, even though it was only 3.5 hour drive. The fucking concert ended at 11.
Yeah,
it's just like we would have been getting in late, so it was just nicer to get the hotel.
Yeah. I need a recovery day after a concert. I'm getting old, man.
I feel that, buddy. My voice was gone after that concert, but I wouldn't trade those memories for a second. That was fucking awesome.
Yeah. But that's what I mean. We have to make events out of fucking concerts here because, and I always get mad at my mutual on Twitter. She lives in fucking San Diego, and I'm like, you literally take like a half an hour fucking ride to LA, and I don't actually know how far it is, but I know it's not that far. And you can see any concert you want because they all go to LA.
Yeah, like Canada just gets skipped right over.
It's either like Vancouver, Montreal, Toronto, or just Montreal and Toronto.
Yeah. And I don't understand it. Like,
if they do Vancouver, they can say they did west to east.
Yeah. And if they do come to Alberta, It's usually just Edmonton, except sometimes, like if they do Calgary, then they're going to do like a whole, decent sized Canada tour. Like,
Yeah.
Glorious
Oh, yeah.
Sons hit a bunch of different places in
Yeah.
Canada.
Yeah.
And
Did you see who's at our Esplanade next month?
Steve-O.
Steve-O from
I know.
Jackass.
You know how much those tickets are?
Oh god.
Oh, they're fucked. It's the same with. Did you see how much Blink-182 tickets are?
That makes sense, though. They're playing off of the hype.
Yeah, I
True.
wanted to go see Blink-182 with Ashley, but I was like, yeah, no, as much
Yeah,
as I
no,
would
yeah,
like to,
no, yeah.
yeah, I was like,
Nah.
no, as much as I'd like to go see
No.
that concert with you, I'm
Yeah.
not paying for that.
No. But
I just
yeah,
bought a car
no.
and a set of tires for my truck, and the tires were twice as much as my car, so
Yeah, we were just gonna try Blink-182.
yeah.
Yeah, no, tickets are fucking ridiculous.
I could get 2 of the shittiest tickets for Blink-182 for the price of my car. Slightly more than the cost of my car.
I don't have any money. But would you take a car?
Would you
Can me and my friend get in if I give you my car? Did you see Blink-182 driving around in a 1992 Toyota Corolla wagon?
Oh, yeah, that's me. Oh, it's in their next music video. Fuck
Anyway, that's all I really had, unless you boys want to bring anything up.
I did the music.
You did the music.
Well, okay. Video games. There's Modern Warfare 2 releasing tomorrow. Full release tomorrow.
Yep. Oh yeah.
I played the beta. I don't know. Well, I know Brandon didn't play the beta because he doesn't play shooters.
Yeah.
Did you play the beta?
Unfortunately, I didn't, but it looks so good.
It was the best beta I have played in years.
Yeah.
It was very little bugs.
I don't doubt that.
Solid gameplay. It had a decent amount of content for a beta. It looks very promising. I'm excited.
Fucking right. Yeah. Should be good.
Yeah, there's a few things I'm waiting for. Mainly shows. I don't really have any games on my radar right now. I need to go back and play Valhalla because everyone's saying how good it is, and I haven't played an Assassin's Creed game in years. So,
you showed me that they're remastering the
Witcher.
Original Witcher.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I saw the trailer for it, and it looks pretty decent. So should be good. I still haven't played the Wild Hunt, which is their most successful one, because it will take up my life.
It's a big game, especially if you get the expansions, which I think you have them.
Yeah, I think I got it all for like $10.
Yeah.
Which game is this? Sorry.
The Witcher 3.
The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, but I've got. Okay, I'm a stupid idiot, so I've got Game of the Year edition on disc, which has the expansions. I thought I lost it in moving back from Kindersley, so I ended up buying The Witcher when it was on sale, plus the 2 expansions. Well, I went to my campsite and I opened the drawer, and fucking Geralt's just staring at me, and I'm like, fuck. So I have 2 versions of The Witcher. Nice. One on disc, one on hard drive.
Speaking of The Witcher, I'm actually going to buy it with the very little money I have left because it is 80% off till November 1st, and it looks like a fantastic game. It is $14 for the Game of the Year edition.
Fuck you! I paid 80
twice.
So it's the base game and all the additional content for $14,
which is something of blood, something. Fucking something with stone and something with blood. I can't remember it right now.
Bloodstone.
What is it, Andy?
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about anymore.
I don't know either.
The 2 expansions for the Wild Hunt.
Let me.
Integral information.
It is important.
Otherwise, Colton will look like he's constipated for the next 20 minutes.
Let me take a look here.
Stone on the bloody.
Hearts of Stone.
Okay.
No blood.
No, there's two, and the other one has blood in it. I know it does.
Blood and Wine.
Fucking right. See, I know my shit. The new one had blood, and the new one had.
Oh, you didn't know your shit.
Shut the fuck up! I got blood and stone.
Two different fucking things.
Anyways, so the game alone is fucking ginormous and open world. Then you add those two expansions, and it's like a whole other game. It's fucking insane.
It only requires 50 gigabytes. I might actually have room for this.
Do it. You will not regret it.
Oh, I already purchased it. I just need to install it.
All right. Anyways, I think that's everything. After Colton went on a tirade there.
A tangent.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for listening. Let me know if you want Andrew to come back. Maybe
I do.
I wasn't asking you.
I want to come back.
You.
Do I get an input on this?
Well, apparently I don't get an input, so you don't get one either.
Fuck you.
Yeah. I guess Colt and I will just go fuck ourselves.
Yeah. Yes.
You're gonna create a rival podcast to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Exactly.
But no, I'd love to have you back. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, it was fucking awesome, buddy.
I guess this is kind of something I've been thinking about for a little while. I might start creating some solo content outside of the podcast. I'm not opening OnlyFans. Don't give me that face.
It went instantly that I was like, so with what Markiplier just announced, are you?
Linus Tech Tips did pretty good on OnlyFans.
Mark's gonna do great on it. So I mean, Brandon,
I'll go into charity. Like everything he makes off that's going to charity.
That's so sweet of him.
But no, I think I'm gonna start because one of the things we tried to do when Motionless album came out was music reviews. So I think I'm gonna start doing a little bit of that on the YouTube channel, on this channel.
Brandon's Music Corner.
What?
Brandon's Music Corner.
Yeah. But I think I'll talk about some music stuff and what I like about albums because I do want to do like a breakdown of sort. But the podcast we were gonna put out, I think it would have been too much. I think just in podcast format, it was a bit much. Sad it didn't fucking work out because it was a good talk. But obviously the audio got fucked on that. So hopefully
you're very passionate when it comes to music and albums, so I can actually see that being like entertaining and like engaging. Like not many people can actually make talking about albums and like breakdowns and like the stuff behind the album interesting, but you, like when we did that Motionless and White one, I was very engaged because of how interactive you are with it. It's crazy.
Yeah, so I'm probably going to start doing some of that kind of content, and then hopefully we'll find some other stuff to film for you guys here. Obviously, Brody's not here, so this is kind of like a mid-week recording for us, which we might start doing more of. Brody's just busy, and I want to get some sort of content out there for you guys, so let me know what you think about this, and maybe we'll do some other stuff, maybe some try not to laughs or something.
That'd be fun.
Some content to put out for you guys.
I will say that there'll probably be some PP vlogs, I imagine, this winter. I don't think he's edited or posted the one that was recorded, but
gotta figure out what I'm doing with that footage. But yeah.
But because we're getting out of the dry season, there's probably going to be ample opportunity for some of that stuff.
That's fair. Fucking last week, the three of us went out and did some geocaching.
Yeah, we could vlog some of that.
Yeah,
we did vlog some of that. We just didn't find anything, so
yeah.
No,
hard to do in the winter though, so I don't know how much more of that we're gonna do, but I guess
Look, we kind of gave ourselves the biggest handicap we could, so I think we could still probably do it in the winter. It'd just be cold and it would suck a bit, but doing it at night is probably one of the larger.
10 times worse.
Yeah. Let's do it at night in the winter.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck, it'd be content for our viewers. Watch us freeze our asses off looking for fucking virtual shit.
Oh, the camera fell. Brandon's fingers fell off. That's basically what would happen.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
All right. To send us off here for this evening before the outro here, I have a question for you boys. This comes from the Chuckle Sandwich podcast, so I'm stealing this for content. Would you rather? Okay, I'll ask you this first, Colton, and then Andrew, I'll ask you the same question. Would you rather have unlimited bacon, but no more games, or unlimited games, but no games?
You mean bacon?
No.
You mean bacon?
No. Listen closely. Would you rather have unlimited bacon, but no more games, or unlimited games, but no games?
That makes no fucking sense.
Which one would you do? That's the question.
I don't like bacon, so that doesn't really fucking phase me. But
so you choose games, unlimited games, but no games?
It doesn't work. It's a double negative. It fucking cancels itself out.
You'd have games, unlimited games, but no games. Andrew, would you rather have unlimited bacon, but no more games, or unlimited games, and no games?
I don't get it.
I would say games, unlimited games, but no games.
Okay.
Yep. What would you choose?
I
like bacon, but
but
bacon's not part of the games thing. So you can still have bacon if you have games.
I think I could survive without games. I'd go unlimited bacon because bacon is premium. Yeah. Now
you can still have You can still have bacon with the unlimited games, though. It doesn't say you can't have.
Yeah, but then you'd also have no games. So, but it also doesn't say you can have unlimited bacon in the second.
What the
heck?
Yeah.
So, audience, would you rather have unlimited bacon but no more games, or unlimited games but no games? Let me know in the comment section down below. Colton's having an aneurysm. Thank you guys so much for watching. Because Colton, are you good enough to do the outro?
Yeah, I'm good.
Colton, give him the outro, big boy.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna mull over that. If you liked what you heard, you can go listen to us in the links down below. Follow our social medias in the link down below. We'll have Andrew's also down there because he's on this episode. I don't know, Andrew, I was told you do some streaming, so I'm sure that link will be down in the below as well. Link down below. Basically, just go to the links down below, and please keep supporting us. Go to the YouTube videos, leave comments, even if they're hate comments. We do not care because it's still a comment.
Just don't call me a. I'm gonna have to bleep
that on there. Anyways, and with that, we are out.
Are we? Thank you guys so much for watching and or listening, and go click all of the links that Colton mentioned down below. New content coming soon, but until then, thank you guys.
Brandon's OnlyFans.
Correct. We'll catch you next time.
Bye bye.
Fuck you.